What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another Cryptid Saturday, and in today's Cryptid Saturday, we are going over the Cryptids of Pennsylvania. I hope you guys stick around to find out some of the cooler little cryptids that Pennsylvania has running around its woods. If you're from Pennsylvania, please drop some comments down below if you already know what these are going to be. And while you're down there, guys, please remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you never miss another video from me. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and hop into this article. Like I always like to say, guys, I don't know the rest of these articles. I just use them to push along information. You can find a link to this article in the description down below. Please go there, show them some love. This is the Cryptids of Pennsylvania. Number 1, the squonk. It lives in northern PA hemlock forest. The squonk is a creature found only in the hemlock forest of northern Pennsylvania. First written about in 1910 in the book Fearsome Creatures of the Lumberwoods by William T. Cox. The squonk is reportedly covered in warts and moles, isolated in the northern Pennsylvania woods, and all the squonk is very unhappy with its appearance. As a result, it is constantly sobbing. Cox recommends that anyone looking for the squonk follow its tear-stained trail, but when captured, it can actually dissolve into tears, which is why you haven't ever seen any proof of a squonk. I think that's just a very sad human that was living out in the woods. If it was real, that is my guess on what that was. But if it is, that's really sad. I don't think we can dissolve into tears, but that's what I think it was. Maybe just back in the day, it was a person who didn't look quite the way that society wanted to. Maybe they had a lot of issues and they just lived out in the woods and they were upset. So, makes sense to me. Number 2, Raystown Raystown Lake, Huntingdon County. Raystown Lake, near the center of the state in Huntingdon County, is the largest lake in Pennsylvania. It's also said to be home to a monster, not a sea monster, a lake monster. His, or her, name is Ray. Dozens of people have reported sightings spanning decades, and there are even a few photos of a strange shape in the lake. A sighting in September of this year reads, "I saw a dark shape moving in the water at least 50 yards out. At first glance, I thought it was a beaver, but it wasn't moving like a beaver." While more than 1 million people visit Raystown Lake each year and there's no conclusive evidence of Ray, the lake is 30 miles long and does reach depths of 200 feet in some parts. Perhaps Ray has just taken advantage of all that space to hide. Whether or not Ray is real, you can still pick up some Raytown Ray merch. A little bit of a shameless plug there, I guess. Lake monsters are hard. The guy said it. If there's beavers in the lake, beavers can swim like different things. So that would explain shapes under the water. Logs and things would explain shapes under the water. The waves breaking a certain way would explain shapes under the water. It's always hard when it comes to lake or sea monsters to say what it is or isn't. A big fish can cast a longer shadow. You know, or maybe there's a real monster living in this lake and we just need to go find it. Number 3, woggle? And I'm just gonna apologize for my pronunciations now, guys. Some of these names are kind of hard. It lives in Clinton County. Lou Bernard is a Pennsylvania resident and historian who has written a great deal about legendary creatures said to live in our state, especially in his home county of Clinton. Since 2011, thanks to Bernard's help, and as declared by the county commission, the woggle has been the official monster of Clinton County. What exactly is it? According to folklore, as documented by Bernard, the woggle looks kind of like a wolf walking on 2 legs, except it has claws for hands and hooves for feet. The hooves make it difficult to track it, the clever thing. The monster is distinct from others in that it's conjured by a witch. The first reports of the woggle was in 1870, which fits the story because Bernard writes that witches lived on Clinton County's Kidding Mountain around that time. Apparently, there have been reports of bipedal wolves in Clinton County. Are these creatures simply wolves learning new tricks, or the gwoggle? My guess is it's not wolves walking on 2 legs. It might be wolves very well, but it's kind of weird they would say that it has hooved feet, so I don't know. But like, they also said that there were witches living on the mountain at that time, so maybe maybe it was actually like the witches saying that they're gonna get you, and then people saw the wolves, and it's just like this weird convolutedness of it that turned like a normal wolf into a woggle. But you know what? Let me know what you guys think down below. 8 Boy of Chester Swamps, Delaware County. Pennsylvania has more than one depressed mythical creature. Besides the squonk, there is the 8 Boy of the Chester Swamps. As reported in the esteemed publication Weird Pennsylvania, the story goes that more than 250 years ago, there was a young boy living in Chester in Delaware County, near Philly. The boy's appearance was not pleasing to the mainstream. See, back in the day, just as people believed that doctors didn't need to wash their hands, they also did not consider red hair attractive. So this red-headed kid got tired of being made fun of and ran to the swamps of Chester, never to return. Boy is said to still stalk the swamps as a large ape-like figure covered in red hair, yet his home, the swamps of Delaware County, have been drained over the years as the area develops. So now the 8 Boys territory is pretty much only the John Hines National Wildlife Refuge at Tennycum? Strangely, the Wildlife Refuge's website contains no reference to the 8 Boy. Is this evidence of a cover-up? I don't think this is evidence of a cover-up. What I think this is evidence of is people being people and just being horrible people. Like, you make, like, okay, red hair wasn't considered attractive, but you made fun of the guy for just having red hair. So that kid ran off to live in the woods, and then the red hair miraculously grew all over his body. I don't really think that's it. He probably lived out there long enough to grow a beard, and that just sparked this whole thing. So I think that's slightly more likely than what him turning into a Bigfoot is, but it's almost just more of a sad story to me than anything. Number 5, Byrnetown Beast, Montgomery County. A dogman is a creature seen in several regions, like Bigfoot, that looks like a tall canine walking on 2 legs. Michigan folklore traces the dogman to as early as 1794, but the one said to be in Byrnetown in Montgomery County was first spotted in 1990. Since then, everyone in town knows about the beast, said a local paranormal investigator to the Bucks County Courier-Times. According to the stories, the beast is a large dog-like creature that walks on 4 legs and 2 legs. One resident, who was the first to see the monster, says he and a friend spied the strange creature on a baseball field 32 years ago and decided to chase it. It ran from them, but then turned around and chased them. The friends only just got away. I mean, in my opinion, most dogman stories kind of just originate from canines of some kind, and then you kind of mix that up, or it's just kind of made up stories to keep people out of the woods that you're trying to get into. But all that being said, though, I'm not sure. My guess would be that as a wolf. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And that was pretty much it, guys. That was a list of some of the cryptids from Pennsylvania. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, please remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Cryptid Saturday, as well as follow me on my social medias, which are coming up next. And until next time, guys, I will see you next Saturday for Cryptid Saturdays.